Hello, hello out there. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. Hope for everyone is enjoying their weekend. I'm jumping on here for an impromptu live broadcast all over our social media channels just to make a special announcement. There's a lot of great things happening for May, and I'm excited to continuously share with you all of the great things that are happening for Fibromyalgia Awareness Month, Fibromyalgia Awareness Day. There's been some amazing advocates that are working hard on projects, and we continuously keep sharing. So don't forget to support all the advocates out there doing a lot of hard work, a lot of blogs, coming together as a community and doing a lot of work together. So it's amazing to see the camaraderie that's taking place. But for today's video, I wanted to jump on here and let everyone know that we are working hard. I'm constantly working hard this weekend for May 11th. May 11th, we're going to be doing Fibromyalgia Advocacy Day. So we're taking everything that we did before when we were traveling to DC and moving it to a virtual experience, which is exciting because we can involve so many new advocates from home. You don't have to be walking around, and you can do this from your own home with a different type of shirt up and then your fluffy slippers on the bottom, which is exciting. So we are looking for more advocates out there to take these meetings with their representatives, and we need some of you to join us. And if you are interested in getting involved that day on May 11th, please send me a message because we definitely need some extra support. And the greatest thing too about it is that we want to involve new people into the process. It's really important to me, and I've always thought about this, is that involving new people into the advocacy process, because I know how it can feel being diagnosed with fibromyalgia, being disenfranchised from the process, disenfranchised from this whole entire system, and feeling that your voice doesn't matter. So we're taking it a step further, and we keep pushing this on like advocacy. And I'm going to share in the description of this video and try to give like clips too in the comments. I know on my personal account, you won't be able to see the comments that I post, but if you're on the other pages, you will be able to see the different comments that come up. But there's been some amazing blog posts from other bloggers out there that we have been doing the awareness, and we're going to continue the awareness in the month of May, and we're doing proclamations, public awareness, public education, but it's definitely time overdue for advocacy. And I definitely saw a great blog from Counting My Spoons when she joined us in 2019 of September. She wrote a great blog to do that. So I'm going to highlight that for you here and share her work as I copy and paste in the comment, and I'll include all of this in the description as well. And I have a special slideshow prepared because I just want you to really visualize the importance of advocacy and what we're doing, because I know a lot of us don't have energy or a lot of time. So we're trying to simplify the process as much as possible. So if you are interested in taking meetings, what's going to happen is you get in touch with me. We can talk about the process. We can go through all of anything that you have with questions, but then we'll be booking the meetings for you with your representatives, and you'll be matched up with your leaders. So you don't have to worry about reaching out on your own. Those meetings will be scheduled for you on May 11th. Some of the meetings can take a few minutes. Other times it could be 30 minutes. It's differed in person, and they've been really like agreeable to talk and learn about fibromyalgia. So those meetings could vary, and you know, the minimum amount may be 3, but we do invite people to join us for the full day if you can. You'll be matched up with a team leader, so you won't be on your own. You won't be taking these meetings at all on your own. So we'll have the team leader that'll start the conversation, introduce our asks, and then whoever's the constituent for that representative will be able to share their story, and we'll try to do as much sharing as possible to make sure that we let them know what fibromyalgia is all about, the experience, any updates we have, quality of life, and then of course what we're asking for. So these are important things, and just to remind everyone, you do have a voice. Like, saying that out loud is not just a meme on social media. This is where your voice does matter, And for those of you who have experienced it, you know that you represent so many people. We have millions of us diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and all of you out there who run support groups, blogs, vlogs, social media, maybe the community leaders, or if you're sitting here and you want to figure out how to get involved because you know you've felt the injustice in this system and you don't want people to go through the same thing that you've gone through, this is your opportunity to share that experience and share your voice and speak up for millions of people around the world who have been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. So this is definitely like May 11th. All of us here in the States are going to get ready to take these meetings with our representatives. We're going to blow up the social media. And if you're internationally and you can't be with us in those meetings, we understand, but you can help us use the hashtag Fibromyalgia Advocacy, post on social media, post your videos, let them know that just let us know that you're supporting the work, and feel free to chime in too, do videos, share all over, because we need that energy. And we're going to take that energy straight into May 12th, which is World Fibromyalgia Awareness Day. So we can make it happen. And please just be inspired by this. Just get involved. I see so many people here. Thank you, everyone, for definitely being a part of this. It is new. We're sharing it, we're growing it, and we want more people involved. And that's the big thing for doing it right now in May. We have work ahead of us. It is a long road. It is a journey for advocacy and changing legislation and bringing in those budgets. But it does matter, and it will make a difference. And the stronger our voices are together and the difference we are making together, we can make a huge difference for our community and change the things that we have always wanted for all of us. So that's why it's just inviting everyone in. And you don't have to be a part of a huge organization to do this. You can be sitting there listening right now and be like, gosh, like I really want to get involved, but I'm not sure. So in those cases, reach out. There's a lot of us too chiming in. Crystal's here. You can reach out to Crystal. She has a great amount of experience in advocacy. Or you can reach out to me and we'll walk you through the process. We've also been putting out some great videos. Crystal has been doing some amazing interviews with very inspiring individuals who, like many of us, started in a place of being a patient advocate or just being a patient, and they weren't necessarily treated. They're trying to find solutions for themselves. So they did it on their own and they inspired others and have been amazing advocates through the process. So Crystal arranged for them to do interviews. So we've been sharing those. You've seen 2 interviews so far that you can learn from. We have another one coming up on Tuesday for Training Tuesdays. So we're bringing it to you. The advocacy is coming straight to your home. We're making it super accessible this year. So those of you that want to get involved have the opportunity to get involved and you're not turned away. Because that's a big thing for me is inclusion. We need to focus on that and building the community together. I'm just going to share, I love my slideshows. So I'm going to share a screen share with you and kind of go through some of the memories to give you a visual idea of what we did. And again, I know this is virtual this year, but it's definitely more accessible for everyone. And I encourage all of you to get involved. So let me find where my prompter is real quick. Okay. So shout out to everyone from our first event in September of 2019, which wasn't that far long ago. We got a pandemic stuck in the middle of this, but all of these brave advocates that came, they felt the energy, they got empowered, and we had such a great experience. So shout out to everyone in this picture. I hope most of you will be able to join us again this year because virtual. We definitely hit the floors of Congress and walked around. As you can see, we got to meet different people who were walking around as well, stopped for pictures and just shared fibromyalgia. They saw our shirts. So they asked us about fibromyalgia, and you got to be ready for your elevator pitch when you're walking around the halls of Congress. But we did that. We succeeded, and we had such an amazing response. So you see, we were in the offices, meeting with everyone, taking these meetings directly. and the interaction was great. We had such a great response, and I think it was a good time to do this because we needed to catch everyone up. I think there's a certain perception about what fibromyalgia is and the research, and they hadn't been updated on what was going on. And I think tomorrow or maybe Monday, I'll jump on to give more of a capture of some of our asks a little bit. But for this video, I wanted to give you more of a visual idea of seeing what was happening behind the scenes with all the amazing advocates that did travel to Capitol Hill to represent the fibromyalgia community. So we had a variety of ages, we had families involved, which is really cool, and is another great thing here to remember as we go virtual. If your family wants to be involved, they can. And so this is an inspiring thing. So maybe talk to your teachers out there to see if you have a teenager going to school, maybe they can be a part of this and sit next to you in the virtual meetings and share their experiences to represent their parents of how it feels to live as a caregiver with fibromyalgia, and they can get involved in the advocacy process. We've had a lot of family members that have had fun. We've had caregivers. So if you don't feel like you have the energy to do it, maybe ask a loved one to kind of join you. You can be on screen with them as well, and you can have them do the talking and share the experience. Write up a script. We'll work with you on the stories. It's a family affair because we know fibromyalgia affects our family and all of our loved ones that could support us. So we see it here too. It was special to have Rick and Jack. Jack is his son. They all flew out to Washington, D.C. to join us. So we had so much fun, and I know Jack got to experience in the advocacy process firsthand, and he did an amazing job of speaking to the representatives in the meeting, and he shared his experience on what it was like and how much he wanted support for his father in this situation. So it's all here. Please definitely reach out, get inspired. It's time. We're virtual. And again, it's just the training process. Anyone that's sitting there wants to learn and be involved with it, please do, because it's a community effort. We had fun. We got to meet people. So I know this is the California tribe. That's why you see a lot of pictures, because I know they don't mind me showcasing all their hard work for that day. But we brought in the team California, and we got to all meet each other. This was like, it's funny that we're all from California, but we never met each other in person until this day. But it brings all those relationships back home. You can meet other people in your district, even virtually. And then we're all connecting with each other and building a community together and sharing resources, talking about our needs with each other. So it's much bigger, at a much bigger community level. And I know we have so much to do. We have a lot of asks that people talk about. We're talking about things on a federal level, on a state level. So this is why the training process is so important, because there's so many things that we need to include and talk about. So we want to form different teams. So if you're looking at more of advocacy or changing legislation at a state level for fibromyalgia, we encourage you to still join this process, learn. And we have some amazing experts involved this year too that, will help us through that process and understand the differences between federal legislation and state legislation, where we should go and ask different people. But we're building these relationships not only with us, but our representatives, so that you can go back home and continue to build these relationships. You can get proclamations. You can get involved at a state level. You can learn about the things that they're working on from a legislative level. You can get involved with hearings. Like we've been doing more at Support Fibro from a California perspective, since we're based in California. So we've been involved with different hearings, with other legislation that's going on for healthcare. So there's so many ways to get involved. And this is where, again, your voice does matter. But I want you to really understand that your voice does matter at this level too. So bringing that excitement and enthusiasm over here and bringing you guys all in to understand what this process looks like is super important, because we need the voices. They say it's 12 to 14 million of us. Let's rally together as hard as we can for May 11th and May 12th and make sure people know that fibromyalgia is fighting back, and we need that attention. We need that investment. We need the medical education. We need the websites updated. And I'll also include a description in the post of Crystal's the petition to the CDC and NIH to get those websites updated. So we're definitely going to be talking about that in the meetings, consistent information across the board from our public agencies, but we need them to make that investment and understand the importance of why, the quality of life, what is going on with fibromyalgia, the importance to understand how we're actually feeling and what resources we need. It's vital that we communicate that. One of the things that was important to us too was certificates, training. I know in person we did training in September and everyone walked away with a certificate. We're going to do the same thing this year, even though it's virtual. So we'll send everyone a certificate that's involved. So that way I hope that you get inspired to continue working in advocacy as much as possible, no matter what it is, just it's attainable. And please don't let anyone discourage you. I know I'm learning as I go with all of this. I've been doing the Patience Rising course. I've been learning for Crystal, Candace, so many people in the network, and other people who have been involved at different levels at other organizations. They've been so kind to reach out and assist with this Fibromyalgia Advocacy Day. I'm incredibly humbled, but I want to definitely give it back to the community because it's all about you out there. Your voice does matter. You guys all matter. We need to change it. And it's going to come down to us. We're going to be the ones making the change, all of us working together. So please, again, reach out. Crystal is on this chat. You can find her here posting in Facebook. Reach out to Crystal, reach out to myself. I'm excited too that we have other organizations involved this year. It's bigger and badder than ever. We're getting deep and digging into the community level. So shout out to the Fibromyalgia Care Society of America, the team members there. They are joining us for Advocacy Day. It's awesome. We're coming together. We have the Frida Center for Fibromyalgia, Veteran Voices for Fibromyalgia, the Fibromyalgia Pain Chronicles, Looms for Lupus. Rare Candace is joining us, and we have new advocates too coming to the fold. And I've been talking and chatting with a lot of you on Facebook right now and Instagram. So I appreciate, and we have some cool people who are represented by some great people from the House of Appropriations. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll be back throughout the week as we ramp up. I know we have a deadline coming up. I think it's Tuesday to get everyone in who wants to take the meetings. So please, definitely, if you're inspired or you're maybe still not sure, reach out, because this is going to be a great event and you will be empowered and inspired afterwards. I guarantee it. And we will talk to you later, everyone. Bye.